Yeah. So.
This is just what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't usually keep them.
No, you don't? Oh, great.
No, I just put them on just to.
Oh, I was just worried that I'm,
Yeah. I just put them on to make sure that the volume was right.
Wait, let me hear that. Can you hear it? No, like the dream is to be a radio DJ.
Okay. Well, whatever. It is recording. Okay. That's fine. Whatever.
Nice.
Oh, what's up, dude?
What's
How
up?
you doing? Good to see you.
Good. I'm wearing an Argyle sweater, so that's the main.
For St. Patty's Day.
For St. Patty's Day.
For St. Patty's Day, you're wearing an Argyle sweater, are you, lad?
Yeah, and it's a requirement that I mentioned. I actually picked this up in Scotland, which feels still exciting to me.
You've been to Ireland and Scotland, right?
I've
never been to Ireland. You've only been to Scotland.
Ireland's next on the list, like no one's business.
People, it's the podcast business now.
Oh my god,
people love Ireland.
I know.
This is one of those places where everybody. You've never even been and you love it though.
Yeah,
but everybody who goes there is like, it's the coolest place ever.
If anything, that everyone loves it. I'm facing a mild resistance to.
Right, like almost like a sort of like hipster.
Right, even though I've been I Love Ireland my whole life.
Yeah.
Being half Irish, as you and I have personally established.
That you're half Irish.
Correct.
Yeah. As I said off pod, very brave to do a podcast on St. Patrick's Day as a half Irish person.
Yes.
Max asked me what I meant by that, and I said I don't know.
But I agreed up top. I went totally. I know.
You're
it's brave to be half Irish. Period.
It's just Yeah, and that's the only thing about you that's brave.
Yeah, and that's the only. It's brave to be half Irish and look like this.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do anything
for the podcast? I'll probably talk. Oh, you meant for St. Patrick's Day? No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not Irish and I don't drink, so it's like, what is this?
I know.
What is this day for me?
That's a really good question.
No, are you?
No. I was going to. I mean, I'm surely I will find an NA Guinness somewhere, but
somewhere. Yeah, you love those NA Guinnesses.
I'm gonna say it. I do love them.
Yeah,
they make me feel included.
I always say nah, Guinness. I don't know. What's up? How's your day? What have you been up to today?
What did you do today? I literally
you
went
move over
to
a little. You're a little too close.
I'm
just for the framing of it. Not like you're invading my personal space. Just like for the framing, I'm like it's.
No, I understand. I always find the framing of this. We're just in a massive space for two people.
It is huge. Yeah.
I literally went to the gym, had a call with someone, and now I'm here. Like, I didn't work, and it's been the best thing of my life.
Yeah, we kind of had similar days.
Yeah, we really went to do.
I didn't have a call with them. I went to a gym. Went to the gym. You can't say a gym. That's weird. You say a gym, but you do. You ever notice how you go to a gym, but you have to say the gym?
Write that down.
But I went to the gym and then I walked a dog.
A dog, not the dog.
I walked a dog, but I went to the gym.
Here's the thing, like, I wouldn't hate that on stage.
It's not terrible.
It's not terrible. Like, I'm open to most things. Like, on stage, like, okay. You walked a dog.
Yeah.
You do like them.
I love them. They're the best.
That's a good quality to have that I wish I had.
Yeah, they're.
I got lightly bitten by a dog.
As a
2 weeks
child?
ago.
Oh.
No, like 2 weeks ago. No, like 2 weeks ago. And since then, I've been like walking around dogs in a way that is making people go, "Oh, you like don't like dogs." Oh, I know. And I didn't like. I was fine with them before, but I was being more normal about it. Now I'm being like not even normal.
Yeah.
I'm dodging them.
Whoa. What kind of dog was it?
Like the smallest dog in the world. Like the smallest dog in the world. The kind where you're like, this is so embarrassing.
Was it like the kind of dog? What kind of dog was it? Like the kind of dog where it's like that's you if you were a dog?
No, not at all. Like a rat, like a rat.
Oh, those are I don't know.
It's very like its whole vibe is
How did it bite you? With his teeth?
Yeah, they're so lightly, but like I was like I felt and heard this snap, and I was like, I've been clawed by a dog, so I know what that is.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is like I can feel that this is something different.
Break skin?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I did obviously like I was paranoid about it for 20. I fully had a breakdown about the whole thing.
Well, yeah, but knowing you, it'd be more surprising if you didn't.
Thank you for saying that.
Because that's very much in your nature, in your characters, to have a breakdown about that out of paranoia.
Deep paranoia, and isn't it like so funny to like watch yourself do something like have a breakdown about a dog and go, I know that this is just something that I do. Like nothing's gonna happen. It's just how I am. And yet I cannot stop it. Like, I am crying on the street.
Oh, that was like, I told you about this yesterday. I was like on my way, like going into Manhattan, going to the Upper West Side from Brooklyn.
This is a fascinating text.
Yeah, and then I realized I get off the L to transfer to the 1, and I'm like, my glasses case was in my pocket, and I'm like, holy shit, I don't have my glasses.
Right.
That I just got yesterday too, like brand new glasses.
Okay. Are they these?
They're these. So right. I did find them. But so then I'm like freaking out, and I'm like, what the fuck do I do? And then eventually I just went back to
I think.
But while I was like in the subway station freaking out trying to decide what to do, Jay Jordan walks by,
and you're like, ha ha,
and I'm like, oh, I want to say hi to him so bad, but this is so embarrassing, and now I'm glad he doesn't know who I am.
It was embarrassing because he would know that you didn't have your glasses.
No, it was like I was just in such a state of distress. But it's like that kind of stuff. That also is just like, I don't know. It's the same as like, you know, when you like you realize you take the subway one stop too far, you miss your transfer, and you're like, no, and it's like, but it's really fine. You really just go back, and you're like, well, I'm got to change my plans a little bit, right? But like we're fine.
Sure, but when will I learn that lesson? Because to me, every time I go, and now the world as I imagined it is over,
right?
But it's helpful information. When I got that text from you, I was like, oh, I guess I would not picture that about you. I would not picture you having a panic attack over not having the glasses. So it actually really helped me go, oh, we're more alike.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I would picture Adam going, this is fine.
Right.
And also, famously, you're someone who's ordered glasses one day out.
Well, I think it was more...
and had them arrive.
I think it was the fact that that they were brand new glasses.
So it was unfairness?
So I think it was like, oh, I'm like... You spent $150 on glasses a year ago, and then you lose them. You're like, whatever.
Right.
You're like, you're not thinking. I mean, you're like, oh, I got to get a new pair of glasses, but you're not thinking, I just wasted all that money.
Sure.
Where I'm like, I just spent $150 on glasses.
No, I know
and
exactly.
just got them adjusted today. Like, then it's like it's the money factor, and
I haven't gotten glasses adjusted in so long.
Oh yeah, you got Warbies?
These are Zenny. My others are Warbies.
Okay, because I'm a Warby guy. You just go and they do it for free. They'll do it for glasses that aren't Warbies.
Wait,
too.
you
can take any glasses.
That's good to know.
Yeah, with the non-Warby, they're just like, oh, if we break them, they're not under any warranty or anything.
Well, we're at two interesting points to me, which is one. You're not always wearing the glasses because I don't ever lose them.
I don't always wear the glasses.
Okay.
Which is also a funny thing about me like freaking out about possibly losing them.
That you'd be fine.
Is that the reason why I might have lost them is because they weren't on my face because I don't need them 100% of the time.
Right.
But I was on my way to see a 2.5-hour movie, and I was like, I don't want to watch a 2.5-hour movie without my glasses.
Awesome. Just a different experience. And the movie was?
The movie was Project Hail Mary, which I didn't see. I think
because you had no glasses.
Yeah. Well, also at the point where I had to go back in time, then I was like, now I'm gonna miss it.
Yeah. I actually will say that glasses are one of the things that I've finally started to lose some of my like weird obsessiveness over. I, of course, like my anxiety will manifest in whatever because glasses are like, to your point of getting them adjusted. I was thinking like every pair of glasses I've ever gotten, when they arrive, there's like a 3-week period where I go, they don't fit right. I get them adjusted and I still think now they're worse. And I sometimes go back a second time and get them readjusted. Has anything really changed? Probably not. But then on that like third time, I'll just go, okay, now they're okay.
Yeah.
And the last 2 glasses, I actually just kind of got them, and I was like, all right, that's it.
Well, these ones
changed me.
These ones were just super tight on my head to the point where like I couldn't wear them.
Oh, so they actually...
So I like really needed them adjusted. And then the other pair, I was just like, well, I'll just get them.
So for everyone who's excited about sweaters and glasses,
this
has
is
been
the most boring podcast. It's been 11 minutes. We've said nothing about...
Yeah, this is my attempt to be less personal.
Comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for the loyal listeners might remember Max is a guest in a now unavailable episode. For some of the... For some of the controversial takes that he had, you might remember such takes as Max saying, "I love Jeffrey Epstein."
So we have to take it down. Maybe to come back at a future date. So this is my attempt of going. Now, what will I say a second time that I won't be upset about?
Yeah. So we took the episode down. Max revealed some personal details.
Well, it's so funny. It's like I feel like doing stand-up has been such like an interesting journey in navigating like personal versus private. It's something that comes up in I'm in acting class now. They talk about a lot.
I'm taking an acting class.
Really?
Yeah, it hasn't started yet, but I'll be taking it.
I was going to ask you how it's going, but
I've taken them before.
Oh, okay.
So with the same studio, different teachers. So how's yours going?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, but sorry, you were saying...
Well, it's really helpful, like, that I want my work to be personal, and then at the same time, learn to be discerning about what I can be private about. Not that I think there's information that, like, can't... Like, I can also share things that are, I don't know. I think it's just that's exactly the thing I'm navigating right now.
Yeah.
Hence, and podcasts are interesting because stand-up is so crafted, at least in what I'm up to. If I'm saying something personal, I'm like, well, let me make sure I've written it exactly how I want.
Yes.
So it's effectively impenetrable, you know?
I mean, yeah, well, that is the weird thing about podcasting is that it is just a recorded conversation.
Right.
And so the two things about stand-up that I think separate it in terms of like what you're willing to reveal.
Okay.
One, it's crafted. You're right.
Yeah.
There's that, and there's the possibility of like, you don't necessarily have to say everything 100% honest. Or you don't, as the audience member, you don't have to take everything at face value. Totally. Like you can omit and change stuff. Where the difference with a podcast, the difference with a podcast is that it's kind of weird to lie on a podcast.
Yeah.
You know, you can still like, there's things you don't have to talk about, but it's like, it's much more, and it's also just, it's so in the moment. Like you're not rehearsed at all. And then the second thing, stand up, unless you're taping something, it is temporary.
Yes.
It is a temporary thing for that room. And so there are certainly things that I have said in stand-up sets that I would not say if it was a taped set. You know,
Absolutely.
And there are plenty of jokes that I have that I like them. I think they're good jokes. I would never put them on tape. I would never put them online.
Oh my gosh. I was just talking to a comic about this where I just realized that every joke doesn't have to be for every person.
Yeah.
Like I just realized, I was talking to Carson.
Okay.
And I was like, oh.
Edit that out.
I can, edit that out.
No, friend of the pod.
Friend of the pod, Carson Olshansky, edit that out. I think I just realized, I was like, oh yeah, like, I've been doing a couple jokes where I go, here's a joke I can't tell in front of my family.
Yeah.
And I go, yeah, because we're in a room here, and that's it. Period. End of sentence.
I mean, I remember that with, like, so, like, my ex, like, I had jokes that were about sex and about, specifically, jokes about our sex life that she had no problem with me doing, but she was like, don't, like, there were times where, like, her parents came to a show, or, like, her siblings came to a show, or, like, my parents, she was like, just don't do those jokes when it's like those people are there. And I'm like, that's fair.
Absolutely. And it's funny because, and also I love your podcast and it's like so fun. And also thank you for having me back on the pod.
Of course.
But I want to be a professional comedian, not a professional podcast.
Of course, yeah.
So it's like interesting to do something that is like less in my exact wheelhouse and comfort of going like, here's all my stuff and how I want it and what I think about all the time.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like, I definitely, I've always just been such a fan of, like, interviews.
Oh, my God, yeah.
And, like, as long as I've been a fan of stand-up, really.
That's awesome.
And I think so much of, like, even when I envisioned myself doing comedy, I think a lot of it was, like, I wanted to do stand-up, but I would think like so many of my favorite comedy bits were like panel stuff on like Conan.
Conan. I was talking to John Hedrick, edit that out, about Conan last night.
Enemy of the pod.
Enemy of the pod.
That's what I'm call anyone who gets brought up that hasn't been on the podcast is an enemy of the pod.
Conan's one of my favorites. One of my first favorite comedians. And just like, I don't even think I had
Irishman
the word...
from Boston.
Another Irishman from Boston. I don't even think I had the word comedian. I just thought, this is a man that I think is amazing. What's he doing? I don't know. Whatever he's putting out there, I'm watching.
Do you feel like Conan is
the way that your voice? I went. What do you say?
An inspiration to many trans men?
Whoa! Say more immediately. Because but why? Why for me?
I think that because it's like a
the podcast finds out I'm transgender. They're like, what? Okay, go.
It's like a softer version of masculinity. It's not, but at the same time, like he's like a. But
he's also the tallest.
He's
man
also
in the world.
he's a 6'5" guy from Boston.
Well, can we talk about how all of my first favorite comedians, Conan O'Brien, Gary Gulman, Mike Birbiglia, are men from Boston who are doing masculinity a little bit differently. And so to your point...
Are you a Pete Holmes fan also?
Of course. Yeah. Pete Holmes' first podcast I listened to.
Bo Burnham?
Bo Burnham, absolutely. The Bo Burnham episode we've talked about.
Right. And two more men from Boston who are doing masculinity a different way.
Literally exactly this.
And other than Mike Birbiglia, they are all 6'4" or taller.
Literally. And it's like, to your point, is that a trans man thing? I wouldn't have thought that, but yes, and then I'm gravitating towards I feel safe here.
Yeah.
And also just I mean everyone has different experiences. What? No.
Edit that out.
Edit that out.
To no one, I'm the producer.
I think I've been thinking on recently how men are the first people I felt really safe around, which I don't think is a normal sentence.
Yeah, wait, I want to hear more about that.
I don't know. I've just been thinking on it. I mean, I've been, because I'm gay, edit that out. I gotta stop it. But being...
Is that too personal?
Is that too personal? No, because gay men might be listening to this, guys. But as I've been... I keep saying the phrase, I'm new to being gay, and people don't like that. I think because people don't want to consider the fact that they could be gay at some point.
Oh, you think that's why?
Well, when I do it on stage, I mean. I'll say something like, I became gay recently.
No, I've heard you do it. I think it's a very funny line.
I think it's funny, but audiences I'm finding tense up a little bit because I think they're I don't know if they're sensing dishonesty in it, or if they're just what does that mean?
Oh, my thought why people might not is because it's not necessarily a PC way to talk about it.
Oh, maybe
because
that's
the idea of it's not a choice, born this way, and so by that logic, you can't be new to being gay. You've always been gay, but
which is funny that people and I go, well, I don't really feel like that,
right? And it's also It also is not true because you spent the majority of your life identifying and presenting as a straight woman.
Being a straight woman, people are watching the podcast going, "Wait, what's going on?" Being a straight woman, I don't think so.
They're I don't understand. I was talking to somebody recently about how my grandpa he's classic fiscally conservative, socially liberal.
Yes.
And I'm he'll say the occasional racist thing, but he has no problem with gay people. And then trans people get on, and I was I think he'd just be what is that?
No, absolutely. He'd actually...
I don't get it.
Because sometimes I'm in conversations, and when it gets deep, even I kind of go, I am a little lost in a way that I go, I would see if you had no point of reference why you think I don't know what that is. So when I say new to being gay, what I mean is that I've always dated guys, I've always dated men, and that is now entirely recontextualized over the course of transition, and now I'm in spaces that are gay men, and especially being in New York, I'm coming to understand that is also a culture. So I'm in quite actually an entirely new stage of life, and meeting entirely different people, and the way we relate is different, which is all very exciting, but it's had me obsessed with I guess I've always felt very safe with men and feeling I can be myself here. So to the point of Conan and all these guys, I'm there's something that immediately lit my brain up about men. And I think Conan, him being that tall is very funny that he still has a softness to his masculinity.
And with him and Bo Burnham and Pete Holmes, Gary's a little bit of an exception because he's an athlete, but he doesn't have the athlete personality at all.
That's interesting.
Where like all of them, they're these huge guys. They're like gentle giants, really.
God,
like,
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I do too, and I think it's like, I don't know. I think that I agree. I mean, those are all definitely people that I gravitated towards as well.
Well, and okay, so that brings up an interesting point, which is, I think all of the men that I think are good at stand-up also float in this world of, like, grappling with what their masculinity is. And I think as I talk to my friends more, like guys in stand-up, it is like, I think most people come to this because they don't fit the traditional thing. Because if you did, like, you'd be doing something else.
No, exactly. I think that is 100% right.
Yeah, and what I mean by that is because in stand-up, just to provide more context, I think it's that a lot of it is you get to take your weaknesses and do something with them.
Yeah.
And like highlight them and highlight what's funny about that and subvert what people think about you. Which is like, for many of us, if you don't grow up fitting traditional categories, is like either something we don't get to do or we get really good at to like blend into spaces or like make space for ourselves. And then stand-up's a place where people like, that's where we really get to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's so true. I think there is something about like that, like subverted masculinity. That's like, it's very important because most guys don't fall into the like traditional category. And it's really important to have like these people like Conan, to look up to, because then you have these people that go the opposite direction, and that's how you end up like with like the people that are like fans of Andrew Tate, because they're trying so hard. There's like a real comedy to them as characters, I think, because it's like you're clearly trying so hard to be something you're not, and like putting on this bravado because you're so insecure about your masculinity.
Totally. And it's funny because I actually I have very little context for that world because I've stayed so far away from it.
I do too.
I think from people bringing it to my attention with like the word.
Yeah, I don't really have much context for it. But I imagine that it's the kind of thing where like I imagine like kids that I teach would know more about it than I would.
Which is scary. I'm trying to think when we were young, was there like a place where young men, when we were young?
The Killers.
The Killers. No, wait, I was like, Killers. I've been kind of listening to that recently.
Guitar Hero 3.
Guitar Hero. Me and my sister went to lunch the other day, and she walked in and went, "This place is very Guitar Hero." And that meant the world to me. I was like, I want people to be saying
What was it?
It was 5 Leaves. It was, On Your Block.
Edit that out.
Sorry. Actually, literally edit that out. Adam, for your own sake, edit that out. I'm so bad at podcasting.
The font. No, I don't.
I was just trying to think, like, was there a place where young men were going that was kind of, like, scary, that was promoting, like, a weird masculinity when we were young?
Like, on the internet?
I guess. Or, like, I don't know.
Probably. Right? I don't know. I mean, I really don't know.
Because I'm saying this as maybe a positive alternative, or just, like, what I remember. I remember, like, guys... I was friends with guys who were super into, like, comedy movies, like Will Ferrell and all that stuff.
Yeah, same. That was, like, the way we talked was quoting Anchorman, quoting Step Brothers. Like, like we didn't know how to talk to each other, so we would just quote these things.
Yeah, I've been really grateful for recently, and it's a lot of my comedy friends talking to my guy friends about, like, I'm finding guys are being very open about the ways in which they don't feel they meet, like, traditional masculine standards. And I think I didn't realize that everyone kind of, like, felt like that.
Yeah.
And it's been really helpful for me to just be like, oh, yeah, we need to be talking about this a little bit more.
Right, yeah. I've been thinking about that recently, too, and just, like, ideas of, like, how, like, it's, it's very simple stuff, but just, like, patriarchy and, like, gender, like, it's it's harmful to everyone.
Yeah, quite actually. Yeah. And
not that I'm not breaking any ground here.
We're not breaking any ground. I just think I'm like knowing something and then like knowing it in your heart is so different. So hearing my like personal friends be like, oh, I didn't really feel like I fit in this way. I guess in my mind, I went, oh, I guess I imagined that you felt really secure this whole time.
Yeah.
And going, I've also been, just like a side note, I've been noticing most of my guy friends that I, like when I really look around, I'm like, we are all the exact same height.
Oh, you do have a lot of short guy friends.
Yeah, like when and there's something really comforting to me about like
I sit up straight.
Yeah,
so
Adam's like,
knows it's
Adam's
not
like,
me.
but not me. But yeah, so all to say, those are some of my role models. I know it's literally you've named every man from Massachusetts who's dipped into comedy. I'm like, absolutely yes.
So did you watch the Oscars? Speaking of Conan,
no, I was. I had an audition that night, and then I went. So I was up at New York Comedy Club, which rocked. And then I went to watch baseball with my friend, a friend from Massachusetts. Yeah, exactly.
U.S. and Dominican Republic.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I dipped out in the beginning of the 9th inning, so apologies. Did you watch the Oscars?
I did, yeah.
And
Conan, he's
how was Conan? Yeah.
He was good. Yeah, he's Conan. I thought that they did a couple funny sketches, like sort of parodying some scenes from some movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the Oscars. It's like, that's my hot take.
I mean, I wanted to. Like, I saw it up on the other screen, and I thought, I
have no interest in ever watching any other award show.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't care about the Grammys. I don't care about the Emmys. I don't care about the Golden Globes.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know enough about theater to even like be remotely interested in the Tonys, but like the Oscars, I'm like, nah, it's cool.
No, I like the Oscars. I've historically had fun watching them. This year in my mind, I thought I would see more clips. Like, I thought I won't have missed out. Like, I'll see clips of Conan and...
I'd say you can watch his monologue. Watch his monologue in the cold open.
Okay, I'll do that.
And that's...
Was there something major I missed that you were going to bring to my attention?
No. Dang. That's also when you were like, how was... I'm like, good. I don't really have much to...
How are the Oscars? It was good.
I don't really have any...
Did you see Marty Supreme then?
I did see Marty Supreme.
Yeah, me too.
Did you see Marty Supreme?
Yeah, of course I saw Marty Supreme. I really liked it.
I loved it. Oh my God, it's the best. Yeah. You kind of got Marty glasses.
I got Marty glasses. I got the mustache.
You got the mustache? Yeah. You kind of got the hair, too.
I've been dressing like... When I saw the movie, I swear to God, I looked at the poster and I went, oh my God, there I am.
Yeah, that was my favorite movie of the year.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I loved One Battle.
One Battle was amazing. I thought Sinners was great.
Yeah,
too.
Me too.
To me, those three movies were like, any of these could win Best Picture and it'd be well deserved. And it was like, it's just unfortunate to the two that lost that, like, it's just like, it was just a tough year. Like, it was just, there were a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, I'd say One Battle, it was all so, I really liked One Battle After Another. I'm like not strongly opinionated enough about movies to like, here's the thing, I like the Oscars, but I don't like care that much about the winning aspect.
I feel that way too. I don't. And I think you got a brick. I need to get a brick.
Oh, yeah. My phone's been... That's the other thing. My phone's been, like, bricked, like, 2 days a week.
That's so great. Yeah, because I'm, like... It's one of those things where, like, after, like, something like the Oscars, like, the discourse online is so stupid.
Dude.
And it's, like, these people that... It's, like, I don't understand when you treating... movies like they're sports teams.
Oh, okay.
And that's what's very weird to me. Like, that there are
cool.
people that are, like, shitting on One Battle because they liked Sinners or vice versa. Right. And it's like, that the great thing about art is that you can just like it. And you can just like different things and just be like, I like this for this reason. I like this for this reason.
Okay, I haven't been running this on stage, but I've been doing that thing where I run a joke in conversation regularly until I think it's funny enough.
Okay, yeah.
Or just to see if the idea is funny. But I've been thinking, I think our generation has no taste because we're not allowed to dislike things without a reason.
Oh, okay.
They're like, oh, you didn't like that? Why not? And you're like, oh, well, I just didn't like it. Like, oh, did did the people who made it, did they do something bad? You're like, no, I just didn't really like it. Well, why? They worked really hard on it. You're like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, or I think getting to the like, did they do something bad? That's the big part that for me, people have to have like a moral obligation.
Correct.
Against
to a piece of art. Yeah.
or moral objection against something.
Yeah.
And even like with the people that don't like One Battle, they're like, it's racist. And it's like, it's really not.
It's
really...
it's funny because the
racists are the bad guys.
Right. In the movie, they are the villains. Sort of majorly the villain. What I was thinking about Marty Supreme was like, you know what it is? When I watch a movie, I'm very like context based in my life. So I just go, all I know is that I was having a certain night and then I went to the movie theater and like it really moved me, whatever the movie is.
Yeah.
I felt this way about like a movie that came out a couple years ago. I can't remember. I'll come back to it. But I don't know. I have more fun just like exploring how it made me feel. And then I find sometimes when I go online after and people just go, anyway, that sucked. I'm like, well, that took away sort of my experience of this thing.
It seems like there's such an idea that I think people have to be right about stuff.
Yeah.
And
I'm so willing to be wrong.
I'm willing to
Let
be
me
wrong.
tell you, I'm wrong a lot.
And it also like
keep that in.
back to what you were saying about like, oh, it made me feel a certain way. It's like, yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Like I liked Marty Supreme because of how it made me feel when I watched it. I watched it a second time and I liked it even more.
Yeah.
Same thing with One Battle. Like those are the two movies I saw twice. And I just loved the feeling of watching it.
Yeah, I've been thinking in my acting class, I've been hearing this thing of like, does it move the dial?
What does that mean?
So I think it's just like, it's a kind of a more neutral way to express like, did something move you a certain direction?
Oh, okay.
So it's like, which I like because I think sometimes emotions can be so charged and I'm like, oh, these ones are good, these ones are bad. Where it's just being like, oh, did it like move the dial at all? So I'll watch a piece of art and be like, did it move something in me? And that's been a really, I've been enjoying like, I don't know, taking in art that way.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good way to look at it because it's also like, sometimes like being moved in a negative way can be good.
Right, depending on what a story's trying to say.
Yeah. And it can be bad also.
And it can be bad.
Yeah. And
depending on where you're at, you know.
Right. But I think the whole idea of like everything like it has to like something's bad in like a moral way is so ridiculous. Like you can just dislike a movie and it's not it's not problematic.
I just think it's like I don't feel like I have the skills to enter every conversation that way. Like I just feel like I'm like whether or not that is right. I just go I don't think I have like I don't know. Yeah, I'm not equipped.
Tell me more about the acting class.
I'm really liking it. I signed up for an acting class. I mean, in part because in Gary Goldman's like stand-up tips, like in one of them, it's like take an acting class. Friend of the pod. And I really liked acting in high school, but like I haven't done it since. And I did improv in high school, so I mostly just wanted to do something different and break it up. And I was hoping it would help with my stage presence and stand-up.
And do you feel like it is?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, but like not the way I thought.
So how did you think it would be and how is it?
I guess, I don't know. I have a hard time imagining things outside of what I know. Mm-hmm. And the whole point of taking acting was to learn something I don't know.
Yeah.
So it is changing the way my brain and body work. It's like unlocking new little areas. And the problem, to the point of like what I thought, I did not know what this would feel like or be like at all. So it's just so different that I'm going, I had no way to conceptualize this before. So I'm finding it really helpful. I'm finding it very challenging. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Because it's it demands that I be, I think, even more accessible than I am sometimes in stand-up, but that's what I wanted. That was my major thing, was feeling like where I'm at in stand-up, I go, when I'm watching myself back and all that kind of thing, I go, my presence, like that's what I'm majorly concerned about. Can I be really present in a room and really present with an audience? And sometimes, especially like on an open mic type of grind, it can be easy for me to like, I don't know, start like telling the jokes from back here in my mind and be like, well, I know they're good and blah, 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 rather than being like, I'm right here with you.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I think that that was something I got out of taking acting classes.
Really?
For sure. I think it helps with the presence. Just not just in terms of like how you are on stage and like how you're able to present yourself, but in terms of like being present. And there certainly are jokes that I have that I'm like, I think this is really good. I just don't feel it emotionally anymore. Yes. And I'm like, and for that reason, I can't do it.
No, dude, 100%. And I feel like, you know what it is? It's that the acting class is, we're encountering emotions way more than I thought, which is funny that I thought it like wouldn't be that. It's like so rooted in like, how do I feel about whatever the thing is?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's funny how challenging I find that to go, here's how I feel about that. So like in some level, it's literally just like me trying to figure out how I feel about things.
Right, which is so much harder than you think it would be.
Absolutely.
Like when somebody asks like how does this make you feel, and you go like I don't know, I never thought about that before.
Yes, I haven't thought about it, or I've like hidden that away for some reason.
Or like I didn't know I was allowed.
I didn't know I was
allowed to articulate that.
Even still, it's like I've been doing it for like maybe 6 weeks, and even still, I'm going, I'm feeling like, I don't know if I'm allowed to, you know.
Yeah, are you impressed with the other actors in the class?
Yeah, I think I'm more impressed with them now that I've been going up and like doing it a little bit. Like I was immediately, but I don't think I understood what the work looked like. And now I'm going, shit, this is really hard. And that you guys are doing this every week is like crazy to me.
Yeah, I think that was also another thing I got out of it. I think it's like just putting yourself in a situation where you're not necessarily bad, because I don't think I'm bad at acting at all. But just you become so used to like, like I'm good at stand-up. I get stand-up.
Yes.
I get it. I understand it. Where like with acting, I'm like, oh my God, like, you know, just to be like able to like hold my own with you guys makes me feel good.
Yes,
like,
and you know what?
Like in stand-up, I'm just like, I want to kill every time, and I think I know I'm not better than everyone, but I think I am. You know,
but I think I am, and that's why I'm here.
Yeah,
I love, and that was another big thing. I wanted to sign up and do something that I wasn't as good at, and it's making me work in a way that I love. It's challenging, and I need to find new ways to like approach problems. That's very cool.
Yeah. So did you relate to Marty's character?
I like can't remember the movie enough to like know what we're saying when we say that. I remember I enjoyed his like uphill battle, and I related to the fact that he fucks up 1,000 times.
Yeah.
He fucks up 1,000 times and is like, I don't know. There's like an indignance to his thing that is like maybe an exaggerated version of how I feel sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's like funny to watch that played out.
I think for anybody that has maybe like lofty or like somewhat ridiculous dreams, I think it's a great movie for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
You know, I think that like there is something where you almost go like, should I just sacrifice every other part of my life to achieve this singular goal?
Right.
Which I think that the message of the movie is no.
The message of the movie is no, but it's fun. It was funny to watch and consider like, in what ways am I already doing that?
Yeah.
And many of us are. I mean, to live here is an insane thing to do.
It's insane, yeah.
And demands, yeah. But the message is no, and I'm finding in my life the message is no.
Yeah.
But it is, there's still like the way that we balance these things is still like incredibly proportional towards the thing we do.
Yeah, and that as much of a shit as Marty is, you're like, there's part of you that roots for him because there is something beautiful about just wanting something that bad and just.
I think so. Yeah, and I think there's something very like uniquely American about his attitude that I've been finding is like, I gravitate towards, there's something that I go, for some reason I just like and relate to the way that you're like, and I don't care and I want this thing and I'm doing that.
Right. And he's such an, you know, it is like an underdog story.
Yeah.
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 Sort of.
I'm going to go back and watch again. I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah.
Sort of an underdog story. Sort of like
A Man We Know.
Someone
He's talking about me.
So what I saw you taped the Underdog.
I taped the Underdog.
What's the word?
What's the word? That's a great question. The word is that I have to edit it. What happens is like that's.
You're gonna edit it yourself?
Yeah, I mean that's my. Yeah, I'm gonna take my first swing at it. It's funny because it just feels like it's an undertaking, and I'm finding it. It's a little bit scary.
Yeah. For some context. So the Underdog. That's a solo show that you did, which it's like how long is it? 45 an hour?
It's an hour.
Yeah, it's an hour of stand-up stories, about your life, and you've taped it as a special. It's really good. I was
Thank you.
Pretty moved and inspired by it.
I appreciate
both times
that.
I saw it.
Dude, it's so funny. So I taped this thing in November, and I went home and I immediately listened to the whole thing.
Really?
I had the audio file on my computer. So I started it in Vermont basically 2 years ago. I'd written this thing and it like took all these shapes. I took it to Edinburgh, and then I thought to myself, I want to do something new. So I need to like record it and have that be done and move on. And I'm finding it's so funny. And this is a very, to the point of who being the people we are, a very me thing to do, which is I've taped it and now I'm going, yeah, but I am like not ready to let go of this thing.
Oh, like because once you edit it, once you release it, it's not yours anymore.
Yeah, and I think I'm finding like that is scarier than I thought, and I'm gonna do it. But in terms of like, it's been a couple months. I've been like sort of just sitting on this. I think just like emotionally, I've been like working with like, what does it mean? And what does it mean to have a story that's like personal, be out there? But the thing about that one is I'm like, yeah, that's something that I worked really hard on, like. Every line of that, is something that I wrote and, did a bunch. And so, yeah, the word on it is it looks really good. It sounds good. And I'm excited. I'm just like, I've just sort of been like sitting with it.
It looks good and it sounds good, but how does it feel?
Ooh.
How does it taste?
That's Adam. That's some good questions. It's funny. I was just watching a Spike Lee movie. She's gotta have it. Yeah,
great
awesome.
Movie, so good.
Great movie, so good.
Yeah,
it's also so fun for me to now watch movies set in New York now that I live here.
Right?
So different.
To add something to it.
Absolutely loved it. And watching, I think it's like in the opening credits. It's like it's edited by Spike Lee as well.
Mm-hmm. It was his first movie.
I thought that might be the case because of the timeline, but I didn't look it up. And that has been helpful to go, all right, like I was like, shit.
People do that. People
you just do that. Right now, I think I've been a little bit like, it feels crazy to like edit your own thing. And I'm like, well, people fucking do.
I mean, Josh Safdie edited Maurice.
Really?
Yeah.
And the edit is so like.
Louis edited every episode of Louis.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Okay. It makes sense in that like the control.
Yeah.
Louis scandal noted. You take that from, I think I took that from Pete Holmes.
Pete Holmes, I took the edited out.
Really? Scandal noted?
Anytime somebody would like plug something, they'd be like, yeah, I'm in this movie. He'd be like, edit that out.
I know. Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, scandal noted.
But the control of, editing is so much of storytelling in the visual medium. So
yeah. And it's hard. It's the most tedious work.
Yes. Oh, dude, yes.
It's very, I feel that, with editing anything, like even I do very minimal edits for the podcast,
right?
But it's still tedious.
Okay, so here's my this is such a like practical, and I can't tell if it will be a boring avenue, but how do you get yourself into that space when we live in New York, work jobs that sort of take us all over? We're always like running around New York and doing comedy and doing open mics. I'm finding it very hard to be like, and now I'm gonna sit down at my computer and anything.
For this, I put out episodes on Friday. I gotta have an episode out on Friday. It's that self-imposed deadline that I'm usually very bad at, but I think like podcasts have to come out on a schedule.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, trying to start the edit as early as I can. But sometimes I don't get to it but if it's Thursday and I don't have an episode edited, then I go, that's what I'm doing tonight.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because even when I put Underdog on the books, I remember thinking, oh, I don't even know if I'm ready, but I just have to have it on the calendar so that it happens.
Yeah, and that's how I felt with like starting to release episodes of this, where I was just like, well, you got to do it at some point. You know?
Yes. Which is a lot of lot of doing things.
But in terms of it's very hard for me to get into that space because I have like obviously I have at this point 40 episodes of this and only a handful I've posted clips from.
Right.
And I know that like in terms of marketing and getting people to listen to the show and just how people consume media and content now, it is short form clips. And so I know that that is a thing I need to do, but it's like, yeah, it's very hard to get myself into that because that's not what I moved here wanting to do. I wanted to do stand-up. And so to say, like, it almost feels like if rather than going to an open mic, I spend that time editing clips, I'm like, is this antithetical? And it's like, no. But also, yes. But also, no.
But also, no, you're bringing up exactly kind of what I've been... I mean, I think that about, like, writing.
Yeah.
You know, it's just... It's just hard for me because stand-up, I really crave the like how tangible and real that is to be on stage. But how does it feel like your vision has changed at all about like what you want to be doing?
Has it changed at all? Slightly. I think like through doing this podcast, I see something where I'm like a more like particular vision of just like. Or at least, like, I don't think the vision's changed, where I think that the main things I want to do stand-up and I want to act.
Yeah.
But I think, like, doing this podcast, I'm like, I have a thing that I'm doing and that people, you know, I don't have a huge audience, but that the people that listen to it do enjoy it.
Yeah, yes.
People tell me I'm good at it.
You are.
And so I think that, thank you. I think that's been a thing that's sort of changed in terms of, like, how I see what I want to do, where I'm like, I have a particular project to focus on.
Yeah, I've been thinking about like, sometimes it's things I don't expect that, I don't know. I think these things to me feel like esteem builders, like self-esteem. Like I've been thinking about like hosting a show regularly.
Yeah.
Like the Comedy Wolf thing, it's now monthly. Like I just locked in, which
that's very cool.
Is awesome. But hosting a show to me, I don't know, it was just something I wanted to do because I wanted to, I don't know, do stand up and hang out with people.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm surprised at how nice it feels to have just like my own thing to be working on.
Yeah, you know? I think, and that's how I feel about this. I mean,
it's like rolling along. It's like, oh, there's me doing my thing.
And I started a podcast just for the same reason of just like, well, this sounds like a fun way to, you know, get to sit down and talk to people who I'm either friends with or don't even know.
Yeah.
You know?
I guess, what I'm saying is I'm like, it's just like, those are like, I crave more of this kind of thing in my life right now.
Yeah.
Of like projects that feel contained in the way of like, we're just doing this to do this.
Yeah.
And we like believe in these things, you know?
Yeah. I think... It's interesting that, you know, you mentioned like hosting a show, which, you know, I've done as well, that as like a way of connecting with people.
Yeah.
And I think that's another piece of it that's so important.
Actually, that's so huge. Dude,
and I think that
100%.
With this, that's another thing where I'm like, when I sit down and I do an episode of this podcast, I am speaking to somebody who I respect and admire, or you.
I was about to say, okay, awesome.
No, I'm kidding. You're one of my favorite people. You inspire me more than anyone. But
thank you.
But enough
Keep
to say.
Keep that in.
But I'm sitting down with somebody I respect and admire for an hour and a half, and we're talking. You know, neither of us are staring at our phones. We're not doing anything else. And
I was missing something. Let me take out my. Okay, go.
And I think that's such a huge part of the world we live in now is just like ways to be present and in community with each other.
Dude, absolutely. I mean, I've been thinking like the first show, like hosting the first show, I was like, oh, I forgot. I just want to watch people do stand-up that I like. And guess what? I've booked all of my favorite people.
Yeah.
Like, that's the crazy thing. I'm like, oh, right. I booked people I like. And then I get to watch and then... hang out with them. Like, that's awesome. Yeah, can't forget how important that is. Of going,
Yeah, it is. It is important. But yeah, that's interesting the way you phrase it as like an esteem builder.
Yeah, that's like a funny little thing I picked up. Self-esteem. Well, I was thinking like, yeah, that's one that I feel like I don't think about a lot, but I don't know, self-esteem. That's an interesting one.
It is. Wait, so I wanted to ask you about your writing process. Like, how do you write? Because that's one thing that's really different for everybody.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's been changing. I write when I walk mostly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, truly, my best and favorite jokes and ideas are like, I'll be walking from the gym to home, and I'll just start. I'll notice a monologue going in my mind, and sometimes I'll start saying it. But that's where I'm like, I feel like I'm in the ring.
Okay.
Like I'm walking around, I'm like, oh, it's here. It is.
Yeah.
Here's what I think about stuff, and I'll.
And are you listening to anything while you walk, or is it?
I'll go back and forth. Like sometimes I'll be listening to music or a podcast, and then if I notice, here's an interesting one. I'll notice my thoughts starting to run, and I'll go, oh, these are jokes, and like let me play with them. Sometimes I'll pause the music or the podcast, and I'll notice I actually need to be listening to something and then thinking on top of listening to that. Is that psychotic?
No, I'm the exact same way.
It's like sometimes like I'm listening to a podcast and hearing their conversation is like helping fuel me in a way. Like, I don't know. I'm like, oh no, this energy is like helping. I like that. I'm like, I feel like we're all moving, and then I can think. Whereas sometimes then I'll stop it and then I'll feel everything stop.
Yeah.
I know. People are like, what are you talking about? So the process right now has been like, I have to, I'm trying to set my life up so that I'm in those spaces more of the time where I feel myself like working. I go, oh, this is where I'm thinking. And then I'll jot down versions of that and bring it to stage. But like for the most part, I'm finding like the most successful versions of jokes, it's like I kind of just have 2 or 3 in the chamber that have been like knocking around. And then if I can get on stage, I'll like try versions of that. And then later, like those become more and more polished to the point where like I have those written line for line, and I can start crossing stuff out and going, oh, those words don't really need to be there and whatever. But right now I'm like, I get most excited about the first part.
Yeah. But so you have these thoughts while you're walking, and then you go home and you sit down and write them down. How's
No, not right away, because I've been finding if I do that, because I have a bunch of notebooks. I find if I write, for some reason, like I might lose something on the page of that. Mm-hmm. If I try, maybe I'll write 3 words down.
Okay,
I'm trying to think I have something.
That's similar to how I do, and I mostly like I write stuff. Yeah. In my phone.
Yes.
This is okay. So this is not really a stand-up bit, but this is just This is if I had a different guest on, this would be the topic. But
okay,
it's
wait, what?
No, it'll make sense. It'll make sense. So it's just a thing. It's NBA MVP candidates as Best Actor nominees. Okay, so it's just it's a cross comparison. That's why I'm like, you're not the person.
No, understood. I'm not the person, but I appreciate that. I do love when you bring a basketball reference where you go, oh, you're being so like Tim Duncan or something. It makes me feel seen and like I'm in your world in a way I can't fully conceptualize, and I appreciate that.
But
okay, you'll have ideas.
So this is, one part that I think is funny is that Luka Doncic is like Timothée Chalamet, arguably the most talented person in the field, whose chances of winning this award are hampered by his douchey persona.
That's awesome.
So
that's your notes.
Yes.
And that's like, you had that idea, you wrote that full thing.
So yeah. So this was like, I had this idea. I was on the train this morning and listening to, I'm trying to remember whether... it's so funny because I was listening to a podcast about Daft Punk. So not even related.
No, yeah.
Not even related to it. But you're right that just listening to something, it like triggers your brain in a way.
Yeah.
And I had, the Oscars just happened, and then it's coming to the tail end of the NBA season.
Yes.
And I have one of my favorite sports writers is going to be on the podcast next month. So it was just, I think all of that stuff like coalescing in my brain led to this, and I had the workings of it, and then I go to the gym, and I just had coffee, so I had to shit, and so then I kind of just jotted it all down as I was on the shitter.
Yeah, can I be real? I'm worried that admitting that I'm thinking of my own stuff over podcast listening, I worry that I'm admitting that I'm a bad listener. You know?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, no, it's great because when you all start talking, I can finally think.
That's funny. I think that's a bit. I think that's
I'll
something.
write that down.
But this is another
Okay,
short note.
Yeah,
so I heard of
Okay.
somebody. I was like with my family recently, and somebody mentioned this book called "Dogs Who Know When Their Owners Are Coming Home." So I guess there have been studies done about how dogs can dogs will get up and go to the door when their owner is leaving from work.
Wait, that's really crazy.
And so almost like
really
a telepathic connection. Yeah, it's crazy.
No, I believe
But so
it.
somebody said the title, but dogs who know their owners are coming home, and I said, wow, I'm really glad that title did not end one word sooner. And so I just wrote, I'm like, there's something there. So I just wrote, my note is dogs who know their owners are coming ... home.
Yes.
So that's how. So typically that is like how I write my stuff down, is like just like keywords, really.
No, keywords, I do that because here's my problem with keeping the jokes in like notebooks or whatnot. It's really just I have to keep the faith in the joke before I've gotten to the stage, and my problem is like making sure it doesn't die between like now and tomorrow or whatever, or like to the point of that it's like you wrote it in a funny way.
Yes.
I think I need to find. Sometimes I'll look back and I go, I wrote down the idea point for point, but I didn't like lead myself to what was funny again.
Yeah. I think for me, it's the way that I try and write jokes is by sort of writing out the laugh lines.
Yes.
Really, and because then underline, because then I find that when I write it word for word, I overwrite it.
Yes.
And so the way that I typically write is like writing the basic idea, and then sort of trying that on stage in some way, and then kind of rewriting it with like ...
Yeah.
But or sometimes I have jokes that I have done and never written down. Like sometimes it is just like I think of it in my brain and it's there and it stays there.
There's been times in my life where I was so like everything has to be written down word for word, and I think there's a place for that in my process that happens later after I found out how I would say it.
Yeah.
Like this, and then I can listen back and go, how. But I think I was hyper attached to that. And recently, you know what it is? Anytime I listen to one of my like comedy role models like say something like this, I believe it for years. And then like later I'll hear them say something that's a little different. I'll go, wait, I thought we all agreed.
Right.
And I think I've come to accept jokes are like evolving, and you say it on stage one time and like two of the words might be switched. And then you say it the next time and it lives differently in the space that day. But roughly, it's I don't know.
Yeah,
it's so weird.
I mean, I think for me, I like sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Okay, go.
Let's just cut the whole thing. Let's end the whole podcast.
Hey, actually, you know what?
No, but
it was a nice idea.
But I find that the thing that I always write down on paper, is a set list.
Yeah.
And I don't always do it exactly how it's written.
Yes.
And the set list, I don't write word for word. I try and write it as minimal as possible.
100%.
Like it's usually like one thing and then like a dash and then another thing for each joke. And then, or maybe like, it's kind of changes how I write it. But that is one thing where I always write down on paper.
Yes.
And if I realize I forgot a notebook, I'm like, fuck.
Right.
I'm like how I am when I forgot my glasses, where I'm like,
God.
I don't even really need this. I don't even really, it helps. But
wait, this is actually giving me way more context for your glasses freak out. Well, because these are, it's how you work.
Yeah.
It's part of how you work. That's what it is. It's part of the process. And I feel like I'm finding it's very important to have processes for something that like no one gives it to us. It's just like we're doing this thing. So it's like, oh, how do we work? And for you, and I do this as well. It's like writing down, because I think it's like writing down bullet point set list. It gets my brain into going, okay, well, what are we going to do? Even if it's not actually this.
Yes.
Like, what are we going to do?
No, that's exactly it. And I find that And I end up, part of why I love going to open mics is
that's speaking of controversial opinions. Why I like going to open mics, yeah.
That's where I think of a lot of material. It kind of similar to like you talking about like, which again, maybe a bad audience member sometimes, but I try and be as present as I can. I try to be. I am vocal. I'm a good laugher. Me too. I try to make up for it by that. That's part of why I like the notebook for writing a set list. Mm-hmm. It's less rude. Sitting in the audience with a notebook.
Oh my God, so yeah. And phone is rude.
Phone, it looks rude because like even if you're writing, rude. It's like it looks like you're texting.
It is, and just like also stop.
Yeah.
Like I'll say it, stop.
Yeah. Not that I never use my phone. You know what I mean? Like
I know I've gotten into this little habit where I get off stage and I have a note that's like where I'm keeping track of like my sets and whatnot. So I'm trying to be. Yeah, I'm being a little rude sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, you know, it's another thing. But yeah. I come up with a lot of my ideas. Just it's sort of through like thinking, you know. And sometimes it maybe even is like riffing off of somebody else's joke in a way that like I'm only going to say it that one time because it's just like relevant to what was said before me. Or sometimes it's like, oh, now that's a separate idea. But another like kind of thing that I do is I always close, before I go on stage, I close every app on my phone except for voice memos and notes, and I keep that open and then bring it on stage.
Yeah, like, you keep your phone up and you hit record.
I hit record on voice memo, but I close every app except for voice memos and notes.
Yeah. Wait, that's interesting. Wait, okay. But like you're not seeing that on
I know.
You just
I know.
I like that. I like that.
It's like
actually really simple. Like it's the voice memo.
It's sort of like a thing of like, well, the voice memo makes sense because
But notes it's just like
notes it's just
a
like
little vibey.
It's like just in case. In case.
I like that. No, that's like you're like really committed to the word.
Yeah, and it's funny, and I like compulsive. I'm like I have to make sure everything else is closed just to make it easy. I don't know what that is.
Dude, yes. I like finding the ways that our brains work really similarly because I am this. Everything's up.
Yeah. What are you paranoid about right now?
Oh my God. What am I not paranoid about? I've been doing really well managing my paranoia.
That's good. Are you medicated?
No. I mean, I drink so much coffee. It's crazy. Yeah. You're like, that's actually the opposite of being medicated.
No, I do that too.
I'm on prep. So in some ways, yes, guys. I'm actually I'm paranoid. I actually been feeling remarkably neutral the last 2 days in a way that is like actually driving me a little crazy.
Go on.
It's like the neutralness is like, it's so terrifying. I'm like, I don't know how else to explain that. I'm like so neutral, and I keep trying to put other stuff there. I've been like,
what is it?
I've been like,
what do you mean by neutral?
I literally don't know. Like, I think. Okay. For example, I had a show that I really cared about on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Can we say what it...
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we say there's an audition for JFL New Faces?
Yeah. Which is
which is really cool that you got to audition. I hope you get it.
It was really fun, and I think my big thing of it was because I'd auditioned before my first year of stand-up, which is so funny.
Which is crazy.
I had never done stand-up in New York City.
I know. Your first time doing stand-up in New York City was on a JFL showcase at New York Comedy Club.
Right. I walked in. I went to the wrong club. I walked up on stage. And I look back. Here's the thing. I walked off stage, and I was so upset. The first audition, I was so upset. I went on the train and I cried so hard that an old woman tapped me on the shoulder and gave me a box of chocolate. Like a box of chocolate that was like wrapped.
Dude, New Yorkers are the best. See,
awesome.
New Yorkers can be like so uncaring at times, but it's like it's shit like that where it's like you don't get that in other cities. That's the beauty of a walkable city.
No,
a city with public transit.
Absolutely. And I think I went in this time going, it's really important to me that I have worked as hard as I could up until the audition, that I did jokes I believed in, and that I had fun and felt like, oh, that was me. And I think my big fear was I'm going to walk off and be so upset. That's my only ever fear about stand-up, is that if it doesn't go well, I'm going to feel like I let down the audience and I let down myself. Those are my two things. So I think I was like prepared for all of this like really like high octane like emotion going out of the audition, and it went really well, and I did all the things I wanted, and I walked off feeling this neutralness that is good, I think, that is sustainable, but it was just like, oh, I did my job tonight.
I think, okay, now I understand what you mean by neutralness.
Yeah.
Because I've like been in situations like that where you go, I feel a little strange that I don't feel anxious right now.
Yes.
This is a situation I'm used to being anxious in, and I don't right now. I feel okay.
Right. Yes. So it's that I am a little bit paranoid. Someone gave me a plant on Sunday, and I'm paranoid that it's too cold and that it might die. Anyway, sorry. That's been the one. I'm going. I moved it away from the window because I think it was too cold by the window, but the window's where the sun is. Anyway. Also that I've been neutral, and then that. See, so it's actually going real. That's a very, for me,
but I think that's
paranoia.
that's a good
small.
That's like a good thing to be paranoid about.
No, never say that because I'm going to go see look some paranoia.
Okay, I guess I mean in the same way that like you'd say you're addicted to coffee. I also am
deeply. Yes.
In the same way, that's a good addiction. You know what I mean?
No, it's good.
Like we're not smoking crack.
Of
The
addictions, and I've been smoking cigarettes a little bit. But here's the thing, to the point of the neutralness, it feels really nice to be.
Dude, you're like a milk hotel where you're neutral.
Smack. Okay, and podcast is over. It feels good and neutral. I want this to be my job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it felt really good to go, I can do the job. This is the job. This was the job tonight. I did the job. Keep giving me the job, please. I will do this. I will show up. I will work. Let me do this. You know?
Right. And that's with like a big audition like that, you can't control whether or not
100%.
you get it. Like that is somebody else's decision, but you can control how well you do. And I think that, like you said, like knowing like I did the best job I could.
Right.
And I did my thing. I didn't disappoint myself. I didn't disappoint the audience.
Yeah,
like,
and is that not all of stand-up and all of what like we're doing? Is going, everything is out of my control except for that I worked hard on this and that I was there with the audience tonight.
Yeah, I think it's something Gary said when he was on here. When when I asked him why aren't you more famous, he said that like he was like the thing that I wouldn't be able to like. I'm paraphrasing, but the thing I wouldn't be able to handle is if it was because I didn't work hard enough, and I can certainly be lazy at times. So
that's the athlete mentality for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is so in all of his like, because I followed his tips like religiously when I started stand up, and it's very about like working hard, which also appeals to like my like the way I am.
Yeah. And I think that for me, I was like,
the
laziness. I'm like,
which I don't think is that true, but go on.
Well, thank you, but I think it's true in some ways and not true in others.
Right.
I think that work ethic is not a thing that I like naturally have. I think it's a thing I've had to force upon myself.
Yeah. Since
like living here and doing comedy, like just the desire to be good at something, like forced that on me a little bit. And I certainly had, I think worked hard when I was playing basketball growing up. I wasn't naturally gifted in that way.
Right.
So it was different. But anyway, so I think that like that's a thing that is when I think about like if I'm not achieving what I want to achieve, it's because I'm not working hard enough. And I think it's feeling like I do need to work harder, right. And I think that I certainly work. I care about the craft, but I could be working harder.
That's so interesting. Well, I'm still thinking about what Gary said about, if it was because I didn't work hard, I couldn't handle that. I actually think I'm coming to like maybe the other side of that. Like I remember walking off thinking, if that I worked as hard as I could work, that was absolutely the best I could do tonight. And if that wasn't enough, that would actually be a little scary to me. Not to say specifically getting this gig, but I mean in general of going, if my working hard enough is not enough, I go, that's like scarier to me because it says something about who I am.
I think that is the fear of working
hard,
which I think is something that has impeded my work ethic since I was a child is that fear of working hard and failing.
Yes.
And I think because people say like, some version of like, oh, it's better to like, try and fail than like not to try. And it's like, no, it's not. No.
Wait, that's really funny.
No, it's not. Because I took when I got a C on a test I didn't study for, I was like, damn, I passed. When I got a C on a test I studied for, which didn't really happen. When I studied, I did pretty well. But when I did get a C on a test I studied for, I was like, I'm a fucking idiot.
Dude, I think you're so right. And I just think that I'm like, acting is helping with this of preparing myself for those possibilities of going, this is way scarier. It is like really scary to be like, well, that was actually what I could do. But I'm trying to remember as well though that like we don't even know that we're growing and getting better when we are.
Right.
So I'm going, that's as good as I could do today. Tomorrow's a different story. Next week, different story.
And there's also something about like you continue to put the work in, you're gonna get better.
Right.
And you're not gonna necessarily notice the results, but other people will.
And it's not even our business in some way. I think I'm doing a lot right now thinking of like what is the actual job of this and like our responsibility to like audience and whatnot. So all to say, it's like, I don't even need to notice. Like, let's just keep doing it.
So where do you come to with that? What's the answer?
I don't fucking know. I mean, I have no answers. I just have like directions, things that feel more true. Like, to me, okay, like it feels true that whoever's in the room on a given night, like at a show, I go, you are the most important people. It feels really important that I be as present as I can. Like when I walk off and I go, oh, like I think I was just even a little bit somewhere else with some of these jokes. Like when I was running stuff because I knew I had an audition. And I listen back and I go, it was very funny, but I could hear just the littlest bit of like, oh, I'm a little far away here. I'm just saying, here's my joke. I go, oh, that's no good. That money's no good here.
Yeah.
My real responsibility is that I'm here with you 100% right now. And so for me right now, I mean, the jokes are super important. Everything's super important. But for who I am, I go, because I'm deeply paranoid and anxious, and that makes me go far away sometimes because I'm trying to solve problems from 10 years ago and problems from next week at all times.
Yeah.
I've learned that about my brain because, oh my God, dude, I watched, I did 50 First Jokes at the Bell House. I've been obsessed with like this, thinking about this. Okay. They send us the footage and it's a show where you're all sitting on stage and you're watching everyone else while they're up on stage. And I'm looking at footage of me, and here's what I remember happening. My friend's on stage, and I go, ha 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 ha. That's what I remember. I'm looking at the footage, here's exactly what it is. It's, ha ha ha. And then I go, surely I'll snap out of that. 30 seconds go by, and then my brain hears the punchline of the very last joke, and I go, like, it was the scariest thing I have ever seen. I called my friend immediately. I went, dude, I just saw the scariest footage of myself at all. I like literally, it's like I shut off like a light, and my friend went, yeah, you kind of do that sometimes. And I was like, how are you guys friends with me? That's the scariest thing I've ever seen.
That's so funny. I got to pay attention to you in the audience.
Dude, it was really frightening. And it alerted me to the fact that I go, oh, what I was doing there was literally going, all right. And I've got the solution for a problem from 10 years ago and from next week. Like my brain is doing something crazy. So I have to learn to work around that. So for me, one of my stand-up challenges is going, I cannot go somewhere else. This is where we are. Yeah. So in terms of what I owe the audience, what I think the job is, to me right now, I've been obsessed with that one of going, let me be in the room and nowhere else.
Is that something you got from somebody else, or is that just like...
What do you mean?
Like, did you hear that on a podcast or like...
Let me be here?
No, the person in the audience, like that's the most important person right now, like...
I think a version of this that I've heard is, I'm sure a lot of people have said it, but
because I like that a lot.
I have a quote on my wall that is Bruce Springsteen, from... He released like these road diaries from tour, and in it he says, my job is to be, paraphrasing, my job is to be here on stage, nowhere else, in your town, giving you everything rock and roll has to offer you on this night.
Yeah, that is beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. And I really think he's such a... I go, that is what you've done.
Have you seen him live?
No, and I'm praying. He's coming to New York City right around my birthday. It's sold out in like 10 seconds. Madison Square Garden, I need to get in there. Like, actually, it's like, this needs to happen.
If anybody's got the hookup.
It's got the hookup. Bruce Springsteen at MSG. No, I've not seen him, but I want to so bad.
Yeah, people... he's not somebody that he's not my guy, but...
When people say that, I'm like, what's wrong with you?
I like him. I think he's good. He's never spoken to me in that way.
I think he's such... I listen to Bruce Springsteen, I go, oh, you're an artist.
Yeah.
You're an American artist. You are telling real stories. I am so moved by him. I'm moved by his art, and then I'm moved by his ethic as a work ethic as an artist. Because I really think he is. I think he's committed to the lifestyle of going. And I'm saying this as someone who also has like never listened to him on like a modern podcast.
Yeah.
Like to me, Bruce Springsteen is like those records and then like watching him tour. Like that's Bruce.
I don't think musicians should speak on podcasts. And
musicians, athletes, I'm not going to listen to you guys.
And musicians, athletes, I'd love to have you on the pod.
Would love to have you on the pod.
I'd love to have you on the pod because I'd love to talk to you. But I don't. Every time an artist is on a podcast and they sometimes they ruin the art.
Right.
Like, and
just the fear. I go, everyone.
So many of my favorite rappers who I think are such brilliant lyricists.
Yeah.
I hear them on podcasts and stuff, and I'm like, you don't sound smart.
No,
and I'm like, you're clearly like a genius. But dude, imagine if Kanye had never done an interview.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Imagine a world where Kanye doesn't do any interviews.
No, imagine that world.
And that's the remix of Imagine Kanye's not doing interviews.
It's one of my favorite things about my favorite baseball player of all time, Nomar Garciaparra. It's just that you go, oh yeah, what my favorite
I thought
thing
you were going to say Mike Piazza.
When people go, yeah, what happened to him? I'm like, exactly.
Oh, yes.
Exactly.
Yes, I know what you mean. When people are like,
he married Mia Hamm and goodbye. He's a sportscaster we don't know.
Yes, man. When people are like actors, athletes, whoever, and it's like, oh, they kind of like, well, I wonder what they're doing. It's like they're enjoying their life.
Like, thank God.
Like, we're just supposed to do this forever. You get really good at it and you get successful and then you never stop.
Yeah, like they're doing their yes.
Yeah.
I don't need to know.
I totally agree. It's so much healthier.
It is.
Get out of that spotlight.
It's healthier and it's
give it to me.
Give
me the spotlight.
Give it to us. It's also as an enjoyer of things and people, I go, it's also better for me. Mm-hmm. Let me have my memory of you from when I'm a kid.
Yeah.
I don't need to know what you're up to, man.
There's so many artists where if they just stopped making their art at a certain... Yeah. Think about like Eminem. Yeah. Eminem stops making music after like his first 4 albums.
Yeah.
He's just one of the best rappers ever.
Right.
And now he's made more mediocre... I think he's still one of the best rappers ever, but he's made more mediocre music than great music.
No, this is actually a real fear of mine. Okay, back to paranoias. One of my paranoias is like...
What if that's you?
Yeah, it's not what if that's me. It's that when you really look at any great artist, a great musician, most of them, it's like 3 great records. Yeah. 3, maybe 4. But like, you don't get that many chances. We're only alive so long.
No, it's so true.
It kind of freaks me the fuck out, but also whatever, because we have to do it. But I'm like, fuck, that's your one. That's your first one.
I know, and it sucks because it's
that's your darkness on the edge of town. Hope it's great.
Right, okay. And it's because it's like the reason to continue making the art, like it's because they love it, and it shows a real dedication to the craft. But it's like, I don't know, I think about like somebody like who... One of my favorite artists, Frank Ocean, only has 2 albums, hasn't put an album out in 10 years.
And then that's worse because you don't get the album.
Right, and then I'm like, I would rather... I think...
Me beefing with Frank Ocean, not being like you're afraid
maybe. I think like he has... Because he's put out 2 albums that are both like instant classics and like... are regarded as some of the best albums ever made.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I think probably there is... Because it's not like he's not making music.
No, you're so right, and I think I just have to accept. And one of my favorite things about like watching the trajectory of musicians is watching them have kind of a flop album and then like an insane album. Like just I have to trust the process.
Yeah.
But I think it's worse to not release anything. I think you have to keep.
Yeah.
Even if it's not good. I just think we live in an era where you and I and our generation, it's like we're used to being watched in a way that's like so different than anyone has ever been watched.
Yeah.
So I think it's hard to feel like, oh, let me release something that isn't going to be perfect.
Yeah, I think I got a theory on Frank Ocean.
Okay, go.
Frank Ocean's next album's coming out in 2030.
Oh my God, 2030. Me going, what year is it? Okay.
This is just because, or maybe wait.
Why? Yeah, what's
album
up?
Come out? Would it be 20? Yeah, I think 20. I just his albums have followed a similar. It's probably not. It's just like a history repeats itself thing where I think his first two albums came out 5 years apart. Same thing with D'Angelo's first two albums.
Yeah.
And then D'Angelo put out an album 14 years later after his second album. So it's
14,
just that.
That's like a lot.
I know. And that was crazy because then it was just also a classic.
Right. I mean, maybe, look, I don't know the process. Maybe they're just like not being moved to
I think it's also like, I don't know. Musicians are so interesting in that way where like,
so true.
Because I feel like there's the type of musician that goes like, an album is like a movie and it has to be like a full cohesive piece.
Yes.
Like, and then there's the other type that's like, I got 14 songs. That's an album.
And then
they can both be great. They're both great. Like there's great and terrible versions of both of those.
Yeah.
So why aren't you more famous?
Because it hasn't been the time yet. I think I don't know. Yeah, because I'm here where I am right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's true. You're on your way.
Yeah, I'm just doing my thing.
I'm buying as many shares of Max Higgins stock as I can.
and we appreciate that at Max Higgins Incorporated.
It's before it becomes publicly traded. I don't even know if
Have you ever answered this question on your pod?
Have I ever answered this question?
Yeah, why aren't you more
I think
famous?
people have asked me.
Yeah, today, why would you say?
Today? What's the answer today? I think the same reason. I think really it's just not. I think at this point in my life, in my career, I don't think I deserve more fame than I have, and I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think I'm right. I think I'd like it because I'd like success and money and for this to be my job. But I don't think I'm creatively. I think I'm still working on myself as an artist.
Right,
figuring out what I am, who I am, what I do.
Yeah, I feel based on the work that I have out and what I've been up to, I feel like this is an appropriate place to be.
Yeah.
And then, keep working and see what happens.
One last question about the Underdog. When you were taping it, so you said like the thing about make the audience in the room like that's the most important person right now or people right now. Because that's something that you're filming, and so then it's going to be watched by people that aren't in the room. Was there like a different process, or different thought process to that?
No, because I didn't think that there could or should be. Like, it was just a lot of hoping.
You're paranoid about that now?
No, dude, I felt really grateful that it felt really good in the room.
It did. I was in the room.
Thank you.
It was really good. I'm not just saying that to gas you up.
Dude, I appreciate that. If anything, I think it feels scarier to release something going, yeah, but like in my heart, I'm such a like, this was for us in the room, even though I know it was being taped.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to remember, like, you know what it is? My like self-encouragement for like releasing something. Like what you're saying about Frank Ocean, like you're a Frank Ocean fan. You want to hear Frank Ocean. Sometimes when I've met new people and they're looking for stuff of mine online, they're going, oh, I wish there was more to see. And I remember that was the impetus of going, oh, I actually have a thing. I just haven't let you see it. So it's just like allowing people access to this thing is really all it is. And going, okay, like I guess you can be in on this too. For as much as that's like nerve-wracking to me.
Right.
But no, the process was, God, I've worked on this. I hope it's good. And I hope that I do well for the people who are here seeing it. and then I hope that also is good on camera, and we'll see.
Yeah. I'm excited to see the final product.
Dude, thank you. And thank you for being there for that.
Of course. Yeah. And then we're going to Vermont together next month.
Yes.
1 month from today.
1 month from today, April.
Yeah. Well, today 1 month from today we're going to drive there.
Yes.
Exactly. And then a month and a day we're going to perform there.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, what made you want to book that?
I love Vermont.
It's just been a minute.
Oh yeah,
I haven't been to Vermont in a like 2 or 3 years.
I mean,
it's been a minute.
Wait, whoa!
It's been a minute since I've been there.
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, last time I was there was opening for Mike Kaplan. That was like at least 2 years ago.
I try to go back to Burlington once a year. I mean, I go back more than that, but my dream of my vision of my life is I want to be in Burlington once a year to do comedy and say, hey, here's what I'm up to. Here's what I'm working on. I'm excited about this one. I just feel good about,
Is it so? It's an hour, half hour.
No, that's the thing. I think I'm framing it more. I think I usually when I go back, I get this real pressure of like I'm going home and I have to come back with like a new hour. I'm going back. I'm bringing a few friends, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. Okay. I'm gonna work on new stuff like this. Hey, here's me now.
That's awesome.
Hey, let's check in. Here's where I'm at. Guys.
I'm very excited for it. Very happy to be a part of it.
I'm very excited for it too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I'll be opening for Max Higgins at Radio Bean on April 18th in Burlington, Vermont.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anything else you want to plug?
My show Comedy Wolf. The next one is on Easter Sunday, so I believe that's April 5th. And it's going to be every first Sunday at QED in Astoria.
And my show, Project XOXO Comedy, is the last Friday every month. So the next one will be Friday, March 27th.
Hell yeah.
At an undisclosed location because it is our friend's apartment building. But
so if you find it, you find it.
But I'll, hit me up if you want to come. Maybe I'll put the party full in the episode bio. I'm excited, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, love you, man.
Love you too.